Good morning. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
There, got it.
Let me know when you want to let everybody in.
I'm good. I want to let you know on the list is a potential client that is a fellow LCS coach because I sent it to my list. So
Okay.
she's
Awesome.
like, she works in the startup space, which is really cool that she wanted to come.
Awesome.
And I met with Jennifer yesterday, so
Yes,
she was
awesome.
excited about being here. So it's a good, there's a little new blood in there is what I wanted
Oh,
to
yeah, there were like 50 people who registered.
Yeah,
Some of
I
them
kind of scanned the list. We've got our common,
okay.
you
Good.
know, so we're good.
Awesome.
And burgundy is the color of the day. Look at you and
Oh,
I.
yeah.
Yes.
You're rocking it.
Yes.
So,
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. It's been crazy.
School start. Whoa, woman.
Oh, yeah. You know why? School started, so I'm super, like, that part I'm totally awesome. Like,
right, because of
that,
like,
do you know what I mean?
We used to be so stressed with school
I know.
starting, and then there's
no,
COVID
now I'm
where
like, you go.
couldn't go. You're fine.
Go.
You'll have a great day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your teacher was mean to you. Let's just keep going.
It's not even that. It's like, just don't get to the very end and we're good. I don't even care if the teacher's mean to you.
Perspective is everything.
Yeah, I know. So
and I am intending on making it more. I have 3 different landing spots. If we don't get to all of them, that's okay. It's more like really letting it be a mindset workshop for them, not just a presentation.
Yeah, no.
And I do have slides, and so I'll just gently go back and so give me ability to.
I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Yeah.
And it's recording. Do you mind if we share this afterwards, or do you care? Or
oh, I love to share it. In fact, I'm creating a podcast and another. Like I did a video of it yesterday. So I was like, wait, I've already created it. Now I can share it more.
Exactly. Awesome. Good. Awesome.
All right. So I'm ready when you are.
I am ready. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning. Good morning, beautiful. How are you?
Hey.
There's another beautiful.
Oh, look at the group already.
Awesome.
Look at and Robert's joining us.
Goodness.
Oh my God, it's going to be amazing.
He's Mr. Handsome today.
And we've got Mike, Mr.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's so good. I'm glad you're doing that, Jill, because I'm having a little bit of yogurt too. So.
Yes, feel free to eat.
The coffee is not done yet.
Oh, yeah.
It's like more is better.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, guys.
Hi, Mike.
Hey.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Ronnie. Hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Likewise.
Hey, Ronnie, thanks for your message yesterday. Look forward to connecting. You're so sweet.
Thank you. Will do.
Mike, did you have a good summer?
Is it over yet?
Please,
Well,
no.
kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, when the kids go back to school, that's how I mark.
We sent our oldest back to college this past weekend, so it's awfully quiet around here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not that. It's I don't know. That's hard, I think.
Was he excited?
Yeah, I think so. I think after looking for some semblance of a normal year, I think we all are, aren't we?
Sure.
It's tough because of the variant. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, it's just it's navigating new waters. I guess it's not really new waters. It's just a change. So.
Yeah, my husband was like, remember, we know how to do this.
Yes,
so
right.
That's what I've been wondering is like, I'm not quite sure we've done it before. It's like, you would think that we kind of know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally, I don't know. I feel a different, like going into the winter, if we have a bad flu season or we have a bad, we have a surge, I feel like it's like, no, you know how to do this. You know how to take care of yourself in this. Remind your heart that wants to just get on airplanes and see people.
Right. Yeah. Like tomorrow I'm flying out.
Yeah. You're going, tell us about your trip, Cherish.
Yeah. So no, I'm just going for this marketing conference for this lawyers thing.
Oh, great.
But you know, it's hard not to be exposed to COVID. So it is a little different. And so this is the first time I've been on a plane, but my husband's been traveling a lot and he says it's fine. He travels all the time, but I'm just like, this is for the first.
But it's new for you,
It's new
right?
for me, so
Yeah.
It's been about, like, you know, it's been 2 years. I think the last time I flew was to Arizona in the beginning of 2020. And that was the last time I was on the plane. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How is everyone?
Hi, Deb Dietz. How are you?
Good. Good morning.
We're just kind of talking about a little bit of travel plans and just waiting for everyone to kind of jump on. And then I'm super excited about this session because Diane's just fantastic and she always gives me great tips and things to implement in my life that are so practical yet truly resonate with me. So I'm excited to take some notes too.
Keelan and Ronnie look like they're already on vacation.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know.
I wish.
Look at that. My kids are in Duck, North Carolina, and it's like if they send one more picture, I'm just gonna get in the car. I'm just
We used to have a place in Burbank.
Oh,
Diane.
did you really?
Good morning, Anthony.
Hey, good morning, Cherish.
Hi, Anthony.
Hey, good
Look,
morning.
Anthony, how are you, buddy?
Doing good yourself?
Great.
We'll just give it a.
Jill, I think you get the camera award though today. You look amazing.
Thank you.
He always
Gorgeous.
looks so good, and it's
Yeah,
like
camera ready.
very
You must
Jill.
be doing something today.
Yeah, hanging out with you guys.
Awesome.
that's,
Awesome.
that's what energizes her and makes her young.
Yeah.
You always look good, Jill.
She does.
Thank you.
She's got a radio voice with a television.
I
voice.
know.
Yes, she is a tele.
Great voice where you're just like, that's awesome. Great, we'll just give it a few minutes and then maybe give it to like 8:04. So is anyone doing traveling or is it just me?
I just came back from Maine.
Oh, favorite place.
It was
Did you
incredible.
eat a lot of lobster?
We ate lobster 3 times a day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's all we do for the year. We don't eat lobster.
Right, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
can't
you
beat
get your
anywhere
quota
else.
in the right
Saturation
place.
point with lobster or with anything really. Like, you know, you're like, oh, I could eat all the crepes in
Yeah.
France, but then like after the 10th one, you're like, okay, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
So
And
We
I'm
did a lot of seafood and we did a lot of walks along the rocky coast.
okay.
The lighthouses. A couple of friends from Atlanta have houses there, so we got to see both houses, but visited with one, so that was fun.
Oh, good.
What's your favorite part about Maine?
That's a great question. I don't know. I'm a hiker and a walker.
Yeah.
So much of that there. And that's what Maine, the attraction there is that you can camp and hike and be outside a lot of the year, as
Sure.
long as you're willing to dress for it.
Yes. Yes.
It's beautiful.
Where did you go, Jill, in Maine?
We were in Agunquit, about an hour north of Logan Airport in Boston.
Okay. We used to have a place just south of Maine in Hampton Beach, but we went up to Bailey's Island, Maine this
Yeah.
summer. So it's really
I'm from Cape Cod originally, and we decided to punt on the Cape this year and tried Maine.
Nice.
Aw.
That's great though. That's, I mean, the pictures were just unreal.
I
So
got more.
I know. We'll have to meet up so I can see all of them. Hey, Keith. I hear that you and Meg had an amazing conversation yesterday. She was like just touting you like big time, like, oh my God, he's gonna be able to help us.
I really appreciate
Hey.
the introduction. That was a really great introduction. Thank you so much.
You got it. No, man, that's what this is all about. I really appreciate it. And again, she was like all caps how much, she appreciated you.
I love that.
This could be a massive introduction, really big one.
Yeah,
Aw.
they do a lot. Mhm.
Oh, that's
Good.
fabulous.
I think our company's only a $25 billion company. So.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little one.
Just a little drop in the bucket.
That's all right. I'll say I knew you win, Key.
Yeah. Well, that's so awesome. That really, truly, good morning, Melanie. That truly,
Oh, Lisa's here. Melanie. Oh, there's some of my friendly faces from across the country. This is so fun.
Oh, that is fun.
good. Well,
Yeah, I shared it with my list last minute. You know, you never know how LinkedIn is really getting in front of your people. So I did share it with my list yesterday as a quick, you know, and I'm glad I did because I'm seeing some fun faces here today. Welcome, everybody.
yes, welcome. And I'm going to leave my introduction brief, but if you don't know the great Diana Murphy, she is fantastic, and she really helped me navigate through COVID. She was one of the first people that I reached out to during that time, and she really supported me with the sessions and the workshops that she did, all complimentary at that time. And it was fantastic because I think it was a crucial and pivotal time where I could have kind of dug my head in the sand as a business owner. And I didn't because she was there to help and support me, not only as a friend, but as a coach and just as a sounding board. And so I know today will be wonderful, and she'll give you the great tips. Diana and I met several years ago, but we became best friends and really just kindred spirits. And we both, I think, have the same kind of personality profile. So it's great when we get together. There's a lot of great energy. And welcome, everyone. If this is your first time here, my name is Cherish Cruz. I am an estate planning and business planning attorney here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm licensed in Florida and Georgia. And so I'm just excited to get started. And then I think we'll leave introductions to the end, and because I really want to get to the content. And then if you want to stick around and you know, we can chat afterwards after your presentation, Diana. But I know that it's going to be.
Oh, great. Okay. Great. I really wanted, you know, what Cherish just shared is what I always want to create in these rooms, like a calm kind of, you know, giving you an opportunity to get really calm and centered. And then through the content that I share, I work with clients in more of a nuanced way of mindset. You know, many of us think of mindset as confidence, but where I get to the nuance is digging deeper into literally looking at your thought that is creating an unintended result. And you couple that with a type of person, which I know anyone that is in Cherish's world I think we're all kindred spirits. Where, like, if you are Enneagram, you might be a type 3, you're high achiever. You are like, we are leaders. Like, if we're attracted, this is a like-minded group. And what happens for leaders is we have such a great skill at being confident and pushing through. And this is where I do my work with my clients now. I'm trying not to use my own camera because I get distracted looking at myself, but I want to make sure if there's something you can't see, please just speak up. But what I want to help you do today around your calendar and stepping more strongly into your leadership shoes more and more often is, instead of pushing through, this is the line I use often, that we can use a lot of energy and motivation to push over our own obstacles that go on in our lives, but also our own mental obstacles. And this is where if we push through all the time, this is where we have an opportunity to get a little more burned out and really steal the joy of the opportunities we have building our business and moving forward. So what I'm going to do is use the example of your calendar and to help you step into it more powerfully than maybe you ever have. And it's subtle. And I just look forward to taking some time to do that. Cherish, will you give me a 5-minute warning when you really want to cut things down. Because if we don't cover everything on my slides, I'll be just sharing the presentation and we'll go deeper. I want to serve what people want to be seeing. So I'm going to share my screen and get moving here. So leading starts where the rubber meets the road, at your calendar, how you're spending your time, how you're looking at your week. And I want to give you your first question. And I do want you to take your own notes and kind of get in your own head and get just, if you could just walk away today from a small shift of seeing some ways that your thinking or your mind goes very quickly. Our mind works in a pattern, it works quickly. And without our own awareness, it kind of can get the better of us sometimes. So I want you to kind of just take a breath and be honest. And if any of you want to share, how do you respond when you look at your calendar on Monday morning or Sunday night? What is the first thing that usually runs through your mind? Does anybody want to share that thought?
How much we have on our calendar for the week.
Yes. And what is the thought? Like, what are you usually saying about, like, where's the evaluation of that? Like, that's too much. That's like, what is the sentence, Mike?
For me, it's how am I going to fit everything in the 25 hours a day and 8 days a week that I use, right?
Yeah. And I know that everyone on this call has a really high capacity. And sometimes that gets the better of us, right? We will put more on our calendars, or there's so many things we want to be up to during the week in both business development as well as serving our clients. And what's interesting about the way our brain works in those moments is when you're asking a question like that, how am I ever going to get all this done, or how am I going to handle it? What the conclusion your brain is really making is you can't. Like, it is a type of question that has a thought in there that's sneaky, that really is saying, oh, you're not going to be able to handle, you cannot get all this done. And I can't think of anything that's more depressing than the feeling that creates in our minds when you know that there is so much you want to accomplish. So this is one of those sneaky spots. Is there anyone else that has a different way that their mind responds? Let me look at the chat, and use the chat if you have any questions and don't want to speak up or can't. Please just use the chat.
Oh, and I'm just gonna jump in here, but it depends.
Yeah.
So like, if I have enough time to plan for the week and I've done it on Sunday, then I feel better. Because I've done the whole week, right? So I've taken an hour and I've actually planned out the whole week, as opposed to just getting up on Monday morning and having nothing done and like starting the week in chaos. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Right. Because I think what happens there is when we do the planning, I think we almost allow what Mike was saying to like be there and say, oh my gosh, how am I going to get everything done? And, there's really a shift you make when you set down and do that planning. And can you feel it, Cherish, like on those nights on Sunday where you really give yourself some time? What are you thinking as you plan that calendar?
Initially, I'm feeling kind of stressed out, like
right.
Like, oh my God, how am I going to do all of this? But then I was like, okay, I need to build in, and I tried to do this, but it's really hard. But like build in breaks, and then build in the kids' schedule, and then build in my schedule, and try to build in exercise. But if I do the planning and I'm present with it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this, and I've actually, put in pencil marks where, I'm supposed to do things, then I feel 100% better, even though I don't want to do it.
And I want to show you, this is the nuance that, hear me stop share, because I love using my flip. Is what you really are doing is shifting from that like a bad question that says, oh my gosh, how can I get all this done? Which is really the brain going, oh, you can't get this done. And a lot of times that overwhelm might help us to ignore our action from that. Is we might actually start ignoring our calendar on Sunday. Oh, I'm going to go take a walk, right? But if we start shifting, and that's what you did, it's that subtle shift to wait, I can handle this week if I plan well, or I'm on top of this now. And that's the nuance of really stepping into your leading your calendar, is really reminding yourself on Sunday when we can get triggered, where I sometimes will, I am watching a lot of Netflix right now. So I'm noticing that, and I'm noticing how it's like, oh, just another show. And I'm noticing like, ooh, what's up there that I am like really wanting to kind of not feel. And these are those moments where we go, okay, what works better for me is taking my power back, which is your thought, taking your power back and really leaning into, I can handle it. And that creates that energy and confidence of reminding yourself that when you plan it, you have a much better, you're not reacting to your week, you're leading your week. So that's just one subtle way. And what I have learned in my own journey is that I am that puff up the chest, get through anything kind of confident person. And what I was afraid to look at the negative thoughts that were coming up when I was being taught how to dig into my own thinking to create different results. I was really looking at moving into a different level of leadership in my business. It's really an awkward space of really looking at that, like, well, I'm so confident. Why do I think I can't handle it this week? It is just a thought. So I want to remind you that digging into what you're really thinking gives you power over that thinking instead of feeling like it's all coming at you. Are there any questions about that particular, like just digging in? How do you feel about your calendar and taking kind of like shifting back to kind of more of a calm? Any other questions?
So
Okay.
Diana, how do you take control when, like, and you know, with Cherish, with a bunch of younger children who, I don't care how well she plans it out, things happen, right?
Yeah,
Things that
yeah.
are out of your control start to spiral very quickly, right? You know,
Yeah.
so how
Yeah.
do you handle that?
So that is a perfect opportunity to kind of show you the thought model and how it can work in the moment. So let's just call the circumstance a kid crisis. And this could be any crisis for you. This could be a client crisis. You have planned the week so perfectly, and yet something comes up. So use your own example that's kind of classic and see what thought that triggers. And so I would imagine, I'm just going to do rhetorical for Cherish, like a kid's sick, a client has an issue that really needs your attention and is going to take you off your plan. The reason that feels so bad, and here I'm going to admit, Roxanne, the reason that feels so bad is this thought in between. So when you have a crisis and you look at your calendar and how you planned your week, what is your classic? Where is your mind going? Does anybody have an awareness of what they're thinking?
Stress. You kind of stress out.
Yeah. So it's usually a stress response. And some of this is good because it puts us like, we get to a kind of an energy where like, oh, wait, I've got to handle this, so our brain goes into solving, but our most inspired work and our most creative responses will not come from stress. So, but why? Why are we stressed out in that moment? What is our mind telling us?
That the rest of the calendar won't wait.
Exactly. The rest of my work won't wait. Anybody else? What is coming to your mind? Why are you stressed in those moments? What is your mind offering you as a belief?
Loss of control.
Yeah, I can't control this. And nothing feels worse. Uncertainty is not our brain's friend. Our mind wants to solve for it immediately. Any other go-to thoughts?
I think that you have to have a flexible approach and
Yes.
not rigidity, because you've got to be able to stretch and not break.
And I think this comes to, did you hear when Cherish was talking about planning her week? I think we are really good at packing it full without margin. I think that most top leaders love that, but the nuance is learning that if we at the A line, like I can plan some margin. This comes from a whole different, this comes on Sunday to protect us for these moments. I can add some margin for whatever comes up. It's almost like expecting the crisis to happen at some point. So there are some things we can do to protect ourselves and plan ahead of time. But what I want to offer is the brain loves creating a story out of whatever happened. The kids are sick, a client crisis happens, you think something is totally under control, and it's going to take you off track of what you planned that day. And your brain is telling you, at least my drama brain is telling me, it's not going to work. It's all falling apart. Our brain is a drama king or queen. And we can get stuck in these moments longer than is warranted because our brain goes to a place of the worst case scenario. And all that is our natural way that our brain has these patterns of thought that one time your child was sick and it did ruin like 3 days, right? So your brain's like, look, it's going to ruin your whole week. Oh my gosh. And our job as leaders is to just notice how, when we are feeling like what Jennifer mentioned is like that really high stress, is to honor that instead of push through it and go, what am I thinking right now? And get almost a little cheeky with our own minds. Some of the work I do with clients, and now I'm getting better at it myself in my self-coaching, is to get a little cheeky. It's like, oh yeah, your brain thinks the whole business is going to fail because of one circumstance. That's why these moments can feel so awful. And so it is being the manager of your mind here, manager of your calendar here, where you neutralize the thinking, you notice the stress, you breathe through it, really allow it, which is hard to do. We want to resist it the most, and go and drop into, I can solve this issue. It might teach you that you do need to create an hour of margin every day. And it might seem silly and frivolous. You always have more things you can slide in from your to-do list in those hours if you don't need them, right? But as a kind of setting your business up with safety and margin, what if we all did that? Like, what if we all created an extra hour for all the extra? And some days it helped us be more productive. We knocked through more items on our list, but on other days it protected us and helped us to have some solving time for issues that came up. And I can solve this gives us calm and groundedness. This is where I was showing you this is where we don't push through and just push through the stress. We release it and then step in to calm. And this is the nuance of understanding that some of the unintentional thoughts in your mind are having an effect. But if you face them and allow that stress to move through and then step into, kind of leadership shoes as a way, sometimes for me, it's just, I'm just going to trust myself and my business right now that everything's going to work out. And that just creates a newer calm for me. Any questions here before I share another slide?
So
I was just gonna say, I assume Murphy's Law is real.
Thank you. I'm so sorry about my name.
I just assume it's real and something is going to happen. And so if I don't have to know what it is. It's, you have those times
I love it.
where someone tells you a story, they're going to do. I have a friend who always comes up with schemes and I know something's going to go wrong. And I tell her, I don't know the specifics of what's going to go wrong with this idea, but I know something will. So let's leave some room for that. And so
yes,
it's the same thing with Atlanta traffic. I know there's going to be a random accident. It doesn't matter if it's sunny. It doesn't matter what's going on. So I leave time in my travel for a chicken truck to be overturned or whatever. or I leave room for me to get lost when I'm going somewhere for the first time. So then you don't have the stress because you baked it in. And if I get there early, then, you know, I'll sit in my car and check emails or do whatever. But same thing with my schedule. I try to leave room in the schedule because, you know, new clients are going to come. There's going to be new issues. There's going to be something that comes
Yeah.
up during the week
Yeah.
that was not in your plan. And it's part of a good plan because you get new clients, you get new work, things you don't expect
Yeah.
to come. So you
Yeah.
want to leave room for that new client that wants to give you money out of the blue.
I love that, Roxanne, because
And so I leave room in my schedule because I know something's going to happen.
yeah, it's wow. Like the place where you landed is, you know, I can plan for uncertainty, but you also, there's two thoughts there. You're also planning for possibility. Do you see that? We're going to all borrow this attitude. I'm serious. And that's the power of really you seeing a way that you're thinking is creating an amazing, that's very expansive, what you just shared. That's really like using mindset and using the way that you kind of show up in the way you serve clients and others and yourself. When we take care of ourselves first with margin, we create an opportunity for more. It's just fascinating. By creating margin for me, and when, you know, the day goes as planned, I'm like, oh, I'll record that podcast. I was going to do it the next day, but I'm in a great energy and I just sit down. It provides space for us to kind of have a little more what a lot of people call flow. I just love that. And we are just going to empathize with Jessica. But my terrorist is 4 years old and currently loving waking up in the middle of the night. Oh my gosh, there is nothing that makes us feel more rocked than not getting great sleep and having a phase of life that we feel might last forever, that our kids aren't sleeping well. There's nothing worse. But like, that's where I think, Jessica, you have an opportunity. Where is another space? If I have a bad night, how am I going to take care of myself? And that's like self-care at another level. It's like, okay, this is Murphy's Law is true. How am I going to support myself on those nights I wake up at 3 a.m.? First, we might give ourselves a pass card for the 45-minute yoga, but we might get on the mat and might just process the emotions and the tired and the, you know, and so this is what we can do as business owners, is really provide care plans and margin in spaces to, you know, to handle Murphy's Law, but also just to take care of ourselves in a compassionate way on those days that are particularly difficult. Planning for the Murphy's Law part. I just love that. This is really powerful. Let me go to my next. Cherish, how much more time? Just 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
No. Do like 15 minutes.
Okay, great. And I don't want to rush through the presentation. The presentation is great, but let me go back to share screen. All right. So what I was teaching here is our intentional, confident mindset is affected by that unintentional, sneaky thoughts. Awareness of those is your power. We do not have to solve for all the negative thinking in our lives. Sometimes just noticing it pulling us off track and stepping back into calm is all we need to do in those moments. Now, I love this question. Are you honoring your thinking time, your visionary time, your planning time? You know, I would say that our planning time on Sunday is part vision, part planning, because we're setting an energy to the week. We're setting intentions. So if, you know, like I'm almost giving I'm giving myself more space to really watch that Sunday night behavior. Cherish, that was such a good reminder. And it's like, I think I do plan and block, like on Friday, I actually know what my next week's going to be, but I think energetically stepping into a really consistent kind of zone on Sunday nights is really important. If we're growing our businesses and if we're leading our businesses versus responding to all the business that is coming our way, I want to ask you, are you honoring your time? Are you honoring enough time working on your business as the visionary of it? Are you giving some space in your calendar to be the leader of your business instead of just the doer of your business? And this is a growth step. This is a space where I think a lot of you, it sounds like, are really navigating this well, but really ask that question. Are you giving yourself time that is needed? What are your thoughts here? How do some of you plan this time? There's some chat there.
I think it's hard to do, like, just like in my own personal space. It's only when I'm far, far, far away from my real life that I can do that. So that's why I love going to conferences.
Yeah.
And I love going on vacation or driving somewhere, because of that, I feel like that's the time in this space that I have. But on a day-to-day basis, or even on the weekend, unless I'm getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, which is fine, I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't have this space in my head in the day-to-day life.
Yeah. And I think it's a really, I think it's where all of us struggle. And I think noticing indicators in our business of when we really need to pay attention. But just like we create margin for all the obstacles that might come up, I think this is a place where we can really create a very powerful hour each week where we are actually put it in the small moments that even, and Cherish, I think for you, like what you said, my first response was like, yeah, I miss going to coffee shops and just sitting in it, like where no one knows me, where there's a buzz of activity. This works for the way my brain works. I'm ADD a little bit, but I'm extroverted. So I like the energy of other people. And just getting that hour to just think about my business or solve the most recent issue, or like, what do I want to create next for my clients? And so I think really seeing where the guardrails for me are feeling like life is happening to me and I'm not in control. And that's a time that like we can respond to that. But sometimes if we don't put that in our calendars ahead of time, we're going to have to wait till the trip. And I want to just encourage all of you to think about this in a different way. Okay. Oops.
So along those lines, I always am floored by people who allow others to control their calendar, right? I control my calendar. So I can build it time, I can be flexible, and I often will schedule what I would call office hours, right? Those are times where I can do mic things, right? Where I do not schedule appointments with clients. And it's amazing, we always look at it, and I always joke that, how much we could get done if we didn't have any clients.
Yeah, I know. And it's like I think we need to remember as business builders that we must, for our own sanity, I feel like this is the space where our joy is stolen from like as an owner, if we aren't creating that time, Mike. I think it's so wise. And I have an attorney client that literally found himself explaining to his partners, no, he put no on all these calendar blocks because they were looking at the circumstances of like, they did not think he had that much work going on from their information. And what was really true was that he was in the middle of 2 or 3 really important client engagements, and he needed to get in his own mind and brain and get that work done. And it was like, I am not explaining the no. I am at work. It's protecting that office time. And I want to share this in a concept. So thanks, Mike, for the segue was perfect. Our brains love powerful questions. They love good questions. We saw the example of the negative question when we started today. It was, I don't know, can I get all this done? That's a bad question. Your brain will find all the evidence that you can't. And we want to train our mind to ask really powerful questions. And these are some of my new fun ones that I shared in my overwhelm workshop. And your mind, when it's in vision and planning around the business, can you honor this time as if you were meeting with a client? We will always put clients first. Are you honoring your office hours, however you conceptualize that, your vision time? For me, it is vision time or super thinking time. I go into a deeper creative time. I take in all the calls that I have had with clients in the last couple of weeks, and many of their issues will be common. And I'll be like, ooh, this is a workshop I can create for my community. And, or this is a way that I know, and I'll start making notes of people that come to my mind, that my clients, and I'll go, oh, we're going to go here. Oh, I'm going to do a group event for my clients. Those types of ideas come out of this super thinking time. And this time has got to be protected from alerts. It needs to be, for me, I can be in a coffee shop. For others, it might be needing to be in nature. For others, it might be after the yoga, like really just sitting down with a notebook, what's coming up. This is where our genius gets to play. This is where our super growth, our super growth as leaders and business owners flourishes. And I think that if we can start sneaking it in more as a normal flow of our business, we create a lot of joy and we create a lot of growth in our business. So honor this time as if you're me. Can you honor this time, your me time, your office hours, as if it were as important as meeting with a client? Would you ever move a client meeting? I mean, sometimes we need to, right? Are you going to procrastinate a client meeting? Are you going to wait in 3 months to have that client meeting about a particular topic? No, we need to be in our own minds on these issues. All right, I love this question. Do you honor your office hours and your vision time as if you were meeting with a potential client that could mean $1 million worth of business to you? I mean, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Would you ever move an appointment with a potential client that was worth $1 million? Your mind is the $1 million client. Our genius brought our businesses to this point. Look at all that evidence. What is possible in your business to just super grow and lean into all the great ideas that are coming up instead of putting them off? Remind yourself that your growth, your next level of you is coming from spending some of this time. And it can be sneaky 15-minute kind of habits. It can be an hour that you get, your kids are taken care of and you go on a nature walk. It's just providing this time so that you are investing in the vision and the future of your business. I work with the coaching thought model, and every time I do an event, I really want to show the model. And what I am going to do is start creating resources where you can go with a quick video. And if you would like that shared with you, how you can dig into more self-coaching, let me know. I'm going to create some resources from this. I am super proud of a new series that I've created. It's called Regret Proof. I am working in the exit planning space, as well as business owners that are growing and shifting into their new identity as a next level leader. And I created a podcast series that is now going to be an opt-in with videos. I'm creating those this week. So check those out on my podcast and email me anytime that you want more. I am onboarding that next group of clients this fall. I have quite a few people renewing with me, but I still have an opportunity. I'm really in a place where I'd like to bring a collective of like-minded owners so that I can serve them also in a group as well as in a one-on-one space. And so if you have any interest in engaging and just thinking about like, what would it be like to have a coach, please just send me an email, diana@dianamurphycoaching.com. If I'm not a fit for you and you are on the hunt for a coach, I'm in a community that is in the thousands of coaches that are very clear about what they're up to, and I can make a match for you. But that is me. And I want to know if you have any questions and give you an opportunity to get to know each other today. Cherish, thank you. Let me stop the share.
Diana,
Okay.
one thing I'm going to recommend to the women on the call today. Every wife and mother needs another wife to help
Yes, we do.
maximize meal schedule, cooking, et cetera, et cetera. So that would be my one takeaway today, is recommend you all get a wife to help you with the other numerous things that the men don't generally have to get involved in.
Yeah. It's almost like in the culture that we're in, if you were a guy, how would you solve this problem without any mother guilt, without any, like, and it's like getting cooked meal kits have been, I don't have kids at home, but meal kits have been a joy, and hiring shoppers and all those things, like really get clear what could be some sin. This is something I do with my clients is like, okay, are you going to do that out of guilt? Or are we going to do it out of, oh, this is the next level of my life with my kids and my life with my business. So I love that advice, Robert. Good work.
Yeah, no. And can you put in that information for your link as well, Diana, so that if they want to schedule, like, I don't know if you
Yes.
have a link or something.
Yes. And anyone that, like, even without any intention of working with me, I love offering an hour, 45 minutes or so. If there's something that in particular that came up during this session and you really want to deep dive it and really fly with that issue, I'm more than happy to give that time. So I will put my consult link in the chat for you all, but also feel free to email me and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, Cherish. Thanks everybody for your attention today.
Thank you. So right now, this part of the process is just kind of introductions. Thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you, Diana. That was amazing and it was powerful. And I've taken 4 pages of notes as always, since I am a note taker. But if we want to just quickly go around the room and then also put your information in the chat as well too. I believe that you can save the contact information and download it there as well too, but just so that you can know one another. But Robert, if you want to go ahead and get started and just do a quick introduction as to what you do and who you help.
Good morning, all. Robert Rosner. Just briefly, for over 40 years, I have been an independent life and disability broker who works with white coat, white collar business owners on their key person succession plan and a good bit in the disability arena. Robert Rosner, your friend for life.
Thanks, Robert. Jennifer, if you want to go next.
Absolutely. My name is Jennifer, and I am with a company by the name of Insperity. And of those of you who do not know Insperity, we are a full service HR solutions company. We like to say we handle everything from hire to retire. So right now, just having a lot of conversations with people and companies, small businesses especially, looking at their employee benefits. This is why Keith Nab and I are such good synergies, partners together, looking at their benefits because they're seeing double-digit increases. We're able to utilize economies of scale with that. So that's what I'm busy doing right now. And I'd love to meet all of you that I haven't met yet. Thank you very much, Cherish and Diana. Beautiful, both of you. Thank you.
Thanks. And then connecting with each other on LinkedIn, because I think that's a great opportunity. Ronnie, do you want to go ahead?
And I unmute. Thanks. Hi, I'm Ronnie Genser. I'm a widow. I have a business called Bereavement Navigators. I work with widows, and adult children on all the personal and practical things after the death of a loved one. It's kind of like being a Sherpa, taking people up a mountain they've never been before. I also work with people like us who are on the screen, baby boomers, to do what I call create their own personal succession plan, followed by what I call a lifeboat drill, where you can experience exactly if your plan will work or where you still have holes in it. So for example, if you go on a cruise at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they ask you to go out on deck with the life jacket on, but you learn what to do. You don't jump off. So should you be either incapacitated or God forbid die, those who have to take over for you will know exactly what to do and have all the information they need. Not, I had most of it, but not all of it. So, and I'm really a detailed person. So I think that my level of detail is probably more than most people even realize that they really will need should that happen. So incapacitation could be something as simple as somebody breaks, God forbid, breaks an arm, and they're the one who handles all the bills or goes and checks things online, and they can't do that for several months. It doesn't have to be permanent incapacitation. It could be, though. Thank you.
Thanks, Ronnie. Mike, you want to go next?
Sure. So I'm Mike Skrinecki Financial Planning Group. I've been saying for years, and this is so timely, that I work with busy boomers and business owners, right? Helping them kind of navigate through life's journeys. I'm like their GPS. I get them on the right path and help them stay on that right path. But if I've got a moment, Cherish, can I plug tomorrow? I will. I've been doing a last Wednesday lunch and learn for years and years and years, and tomorrow will be my first time doing a hybrid version of this. So I know Cherish will be speaking at this last Wednesday, so please, circle it in your calendar. But for those of you who might be interested and feeling up to getting out in person, we are going to have some roomies as well as some Zoomies. And we kind of did a walkthrough yesterday. So, it'll be an opportunity for both groups to network, as well as hear a great presentation from Alina Lee, who is going to be talking about how to enhance your digital presence. So I think in this this new world we find ourselves, I think that is going to be very vital to all of us. So if you are interested in coming, if you're not already on the list and getting invitations, I just put my email in the chat. So please take it down. It is my name with a dot in between and at raymondjames.com. So hopefully we will see some of you, whether it's in person, whether it's in 3-dimension or 2 dimensions tomorrow.
Yeah, and I've been to a couple of them, and they are fantastic. And Alina is a dear friend, and she's awesome. So definitely, if you can attend. So Keelan, you're next, and then it's Jessica and Scott.
Yeah, Keelan Ramsey with R3 Office Solutions. We provide all types of commercial office furniture to clients in the Atlanta area. Also have several clients that I work with on a nationwide basis. So I mainly look for companies that are moving or growing. Love to work with commercial real estate agents, architects, designers, anybody that works with people that typically are involved in a move.
Awesome. Thanks, Keelan. Jessica?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jessica Reese Fagan. Cherish, I'm so excited I could finally join one of these. My lovely children. I'm a mother of 2 young children, so it's exciting.
Yes, I feel your pain. Thank God, I loved it when they were little, but I know what you mean.
Thankfully, school's in session.
Yes,
I believe you called them terrorists before.
Yeah.
She is. She's a terrorist.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things that
hysterical.
when they have a meltdown, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh, you're me. You're me.
Yeah,
Got
exactly. Yes.
So again, my name is Jessica Fagan. I am an owner of a boutique family law practice, Hedgepeth Heredia. I like to tell people, Cherish helps you plan when they're dead. I help you when you want to actually kill your spouse. So I deal with everything from prenuptial agreements through the divorce process, and then after, when there's enforcement issues or modification issues. I kind of have a velvet glove service. I'm fairly empathetic. I'm fairly civil. So I specialize in when you want to keep it classy and not white trash up your divorce. That's what I like to do. But I am pretty good at putting on the gloves and getting in the ring and taking out the other side if the situation and circumstances dictate it. So I'll put it in there. I am a people person. I am an Enneagram 2, so I'm a helper. So if anybody wants to go to lunch and talk, I give away
Yes, we'll do it now that the kids
time and
are
money
cool.
now.
Yeah.
I am, now that I am coming out of COVID, this extrovert is ready to meet people and make new friends.
Awesome.
I'm actually hosting, and everybody please email me. I am hosting a couple series at Top Golf where I have a golf pro coming to help you make sure you're holding your golf club correctly.
Yeah.
Or how to hit it better. So get a free golf lesson. I'm also a member of a private dinner club at Warhorse. And so we're doing a bourbon and wine tasting coming up. I am fully vaccinated. I've had COVID. So I am ready to make new friends. So thank you, Cherish, for continuing to invite me, even though I've been a horrible friend and colleague.
I totally get it, and we will have a great time. So
Awesome.
Scott, thank you, Jessica.
Good morning, everyone. Diana, great job. Thank you for sharing. My name is Scott Siegel. I am the founder of Beacon Sales Advisors. I act as a fractional vice president of sales, and I help business owners who are struggling with sales and don't know what to do. What I help them do is scale their company and become heroes in their community. Scott Siegel, Beacon Sales Advisors.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Anthony, you're next.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Anthony Chen, financial advisor with Lighthouse Financial. Most people kind of know me as the financial GPS. So if anyone still uses MapQuest or maybe Waze nowadays, I do that for people's finances rather than physical location. So what does that work? So I answer some of the tough questions such as, well, can I retire? Is it even in the cards? And what would it look like? And more specifically for business surrounding family business where you have multi-generational involvement. And the big question that's rarely, if ever, asked is, does the next generation even want to be in the business? Are they passionate? Are they feeling trapped? Do they feel guilty not kind of carrying the name? And the conversation with the parents or the founders would be, what kind of legacy you want to preserve and pass on? Guilt trip the kids in or keeping the family together? So at the end of the day, what makes most sense on the balance sheet might not always make sense in keeping the family together. It's a little bit about my story. I'm Anthony Chen with Lighthouse Financial.
Thank you, Anthony. Deb, you're next, and then Melanie and Keith, and then Roxanne, last but not least.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Deb Dietz, and greetings from Chicago. I'm going to be a new Atlanta resident, hopefully at the end of the year. So I'm coming your way. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you, Diana, Cherish. Thank you so much for including me today. It was 7 o'clock here in Chicago this morning, and I was absolutely going to be here because I love the energy and certainly all the perspectives that you're sharing. So thank you for that. My company is SMB Value Partners. We are an education technology company. We work with experts. They are either authors, speakers, coaches, consultants, service providers, and we help them productize their expertise. So that means we literally create a product in the form of an online course, leveraging their expertise using the content that they already have. We do this for experts for both B2B applications and B2C applications. So it could be a family planning law firm that has expertise in divorce and they want to create a divorce 101 online course. It could be a course on pregnancy and infant care targeting expectant new parents. It could be a course focusing on business owners on strategic business planning. It could be a course on cybersecurity for small business and for consumers. So it's a way for these experts to leverage what they know and generate new revenue in the form of course sales. So they're selling their courses, leveraging what they already know, and also getting leads that for the future for coaching or consulting services. So one new business strategy could ultimately provide 2 new revenue streams for these experts. And we work with these experts developing their courses. We host them on our tech stack, and we do all the digital marketing to a global audience. So it's a great way to expand your reach, get new customers in the US and outside of the US. So I'm Deb Dietz. Nice to meet you all.
Great. So when do we expect you here in Atlanta?
At the end of the year.
Yay, good, good. We'll definitely reach out and keep in touch because we want to welcome you properly.
Thank you so much.
So Melanie, you're next.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. I'm so happy that I saw Diana's email yesterday afternoon because I can always use a reminder about how to master my calendar. I am not there yet. I have my good weeks. In any case, I am a small business attorney. I help small businesses really have a peace of mind around the operation of their business. And the bulk of my practice is intellectual property. So I also help them protect and maximize their IP. I'm licensed in New York. I live in North Jersey, although I did live in Atlanta years ago when I went to law school. So maybe I'll make my way down there, I guess, to the next couple of years. Who knows? But thanks for having me.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. And it's great to have a business attorney because I have some clients actually in New York who are business owners. So I'll definitely connect with you afterwards. So welcome. Thanks. Keith?
Great presentation today, Diana. Thank you very much. My name is Keith Knabb, and I'm the owner of Affordable Medicare Solutions. Working from home today, but I have a staff of 10 at the office, and we are the largest Medicare planning agency in Georgia. Also the most award-winning. We won #1 Medicare agency for 2020. The nice thing about what we do is we don't treat Medicare as a set it and forget it situation. We preach that Medicare, like finances, is something you need to manage, and it is something that changes over time. So we help our clients. We have about 5,000 clients, and we help them and their families when they age and have changes in their life. Transitions are very important. When they move, when they get sick, when a spouse dies. So we're there to help them. And our business is basically referral based. You can check out our hundreds of Google and Facebook reviews for all of our satisfied clients. Thank you very much.
And Roxanne, can you chat?
Of course. Well, first, Melanie, I need a referral for a bankruptcy attorney in New York for a client, someone who works with business owners. So if I could get that from you, that would be great. So I'm Roxanne Smithers with Smithers and Wabo. We are a full service law firm for entrepreneurs and business owners. And so it's sort of my job to plan for Murphy's Law when my clients think everything's gonna go great, nothing's gonna go wrong. Why do we need a contract? We're all friends. We're never gonna have any problems. It's my job to go, well, just in case there is a problem, it's good to have a contract. So I handle corporate matters. So it's everything from formations to contract drafting and negotiations. Someone's buying a company, someone is looking to sell or become a member, they're taking on investors. I handle all those matters. I also handle the litigation and dispute resolution side. So it's everything from the scary demand letters that lawyers like to send out all the way through jury trial. And I'm also a certified mediator focusing only on business disputes. So I can also help from that end. I like to broker peace as well. And then my business partner, Wando Umewabo, she handles our employment law matters. So that's understanding independent contractors versus employees, interns. And she works a lot with our nonprofits on their 501c3 applications and their corporate governance. So I put my information in the chat. And as I said, we basically serve as the legal counsel for entrepreneurs and business owners.
Yeah, and congratulations on the mediation. I see that on LinkedIn, so that's awesome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're stepping into a new service area. Yeah, we're also going to be adding. We're going to be adding a contract bank for creative business owners who aren't in a position to have a full client relationship, but they want good master contracts. So they'll be able to pay a flat fee, download those. That's kind of our next phase that we'll be launching later this year. So everyone will be seeing information about that as well.
Awesome, exciting. Well, thank you everybody today.
Cherish, we do have one off-camera guest, Lisa. I don't know if she wants to introduce herself. I bet your screen's not. There she is.
Lisa, sorry. I'm sorry I didn't see you.
Yeah. So great to be here. I'm Lisa Friesteier, and I'm in the Boston area. So really very thankful that I was allowed to join this group. I work with entrepreneurs who are leading high growth companies that are in a state of rapid change. So I give them the tools to build their teams, raise money, work with investors, and the goal is enabling them to grow their companies and to become confident, compassionate leaders.
Awesome. That is wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, Lisa, all the way from Boston. But please, 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 I mean, I encourage you to, and thank you again, Diana, that was fantastic. I love this group. I mean, I really just like the energy, and it's nice to see all of my fellow entrepreneurs as we're going through this thing, this business journey, and knowing that we can support one another. And I love that some of you have already connected with each other. That just, honestly, it warms my heart and it makes my day. So please, please, please continue to do that. I'd love to connect others. And I love seeing you do business with one another. So connect with each other on LinkedIn, and we'll be having another one of these at the end of the month, and we'll keep you on the list if you wish to be on the list. And we'll also send you the recording. So thank you. And it's great to see you. And I'm ready to venture back out into the world as well too, Jessica. So we'll have to connect. All right. Bye. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
Thanks,
Have a great day.
everybody.
Cherish,
Bye.
Diana. Mwah.
Mwah.
Thank you, guys.